Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at Chiliz. We have some big new announcements for Chiliz, and as we see that 56-cent Chiliz price point right now, a 3.2% increase in the last month. In the last week alone, a 7.26% increase. In the last 24 hours, that 3% increase as well. As we do see it kind of trying to stabilize above this 50-cent mark, it's been a tough thing for Chiliz to do. However, with this recent announcement and, really Chiliz as a whole getting into these, more and more sports, really, more and more sports teams as well, we are going to kind of continue to see Chiliz do really well. I think the price will continue to increase over May, June, and 2021 altogether. So we will be doing price predictions for May, June, and 2021. So make sure to stay tuned for that at the end of the video. Also, make sure to remember to do your own research. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. So first off, we see that $3.1 billion market cap, a $1.5 billion volume in the last 24 hours, as well as 5.6 billion CHZ as the circulating supply. So we see a lot of good numbers in Chiliz right now. If we take a look at some of the last week alone, we do see a pretty substantial increase, that 7% increase coming all the way really from that 0.32 of a crypto market dip all around. All altcoins pretty much dipped very heavily. If you got a bag at that 32 cents, very well done. You're obviously seeing some good profits already. This 24-hour, or I guess this week profit or increase will, go very, very high once we see this 50 cents being taken away on the front end and we start to see that 32, 33, 34 cent range. So do expect that, week to be a large number here in just a second. I also want to take a look, like I said, at what we've been seeing recently with these announcements on Chiliz. So first off, we have the listing, Rally.io, Ocean Protocol, and Chiliz all being listed on BitThumb. If you guys don't know much about BitThumb, you can actually see here, it's the #1 digital asset platform based in Korea. So it's actually a fairly solid spot for Chiliz to be, placed into. Obviously, a lot of people giving access really to a lot of people to buy Chiliz, the coin itself. So we continue to see, hopefully, more and more people get into Chiliz, understand what's so special about it. As we jump to the next big thing, America, we're making moves. We had UFC, PFL, MMA, and now NHL. Which sport or American sport would you like to see joining the list? So this is a big deal. Obviously, Chiliz, CHZ, getting into yet another big move by Chiliz, really getting into another American sport. So let's take a look at some of these other tweets. And we made it to the rink. Socius x Chiliz, obviously the partnership a lot of people are talking about. Major milestone, our first U.S. sports team partnership as part of our 50 million minimum expansion into the U.S. sports industry. So this just shows that 50 million minimum expansion. That is a lot of money that we are going to be throwing into U.S. partnerships with sports teams. So do expect more big announcements for Chiliz here in the very near future. I do think we are going to see a lot of, really partnerships that make us think very big about our, Chiliz and Socius.com future. So we take a look at the last one, news. We have partnered with Socius.com, a blockchain provider, for its first U.S. professional sports team marketing partnership. So this is a big deal, obviously, for everyone following the New Jersey Devils as well. As we do see more and more people really starting to follow in NHL as time goes on as well. So we're seeing, two very big categories clash together. Hopefully this, does very, very well for Chiliz. As we move on, I do want to talk more about the actual website itself. So Socius.com, if you haven't been there before, the creator of fan tokens, be more than a fan. So they believe a passion should be recognized and that every fan has the right to make their voice heard wherever they are in the world. Influence your team, access VIP rewards, exclusive promotions, and join a global community of superfans. So they talk, like I said, a lot about this superfans idea of, having these fan tokens, and that's exactly what they're going to be doing with this NHL team. So with these fan tokens, they are your digital pass to the teams you love. Unlike normal memberships, fan tokens never expire and are yours to keep forever. Own a share of influence over your team, influence team decisions, earn once-in-a-lifetime rewards, as well as follow teams and trades. So it's a very big deal, obviously, to see, Chiliz reach out to these new teams. Definitely getting into the U.S. market. I think a lot more U.S. investors are going to start getting into Chiliz, understanding that it is touching base pretty much in every country here soon as we continue to move forward. So here's how it works. Socius.com is the all-in-one influence and rewards app. Influence, pay, win, trade, and fan tokens starting today. So download, create an account, get Chiliz, exchange your fan tokens, take decisions, and unlock rewards. So it's a lot of fun, obviously, for people that are, like they said, super fans. Gives them a feeling of being a part of really their team, making decisions. and just having fun with their team. So I think it's a cool concept, and I think this concept's going to continue to do very well, obviously, with that much money being thrown out to new partnerships. So let's go back to the price here. Give it a quick refresh. We're at that 56 cents. We are now at that 56 cents still. In the last 24 hours, an 8% increase. If we take a look at the last week, we still see that 7.36% increase. And like I said, the market cap's really not too high right now. We have it at that $3.1 billion, which is a fairly good part, or I guess a good spot for Chiliz. I think it is still a decent, a decent pickup point or entry point right now. I would wait a little bit, after this announcement and after this partnership. I think it will sink below, 53, 54 cents. But I do not think it'll go too much lower than, 49, 48 cents. So make sure to snag it at a good rate if you're looking to invest. I do think there's a lot of good entry points coming for Chiliz as we continue forward. So I do want to talk about our price predictions, like I stated, for May, June, and 2021. I do think there's a lot of new partnerships coming, and that's really going to benefit Chiliz as well as Socius. And I think we're going to continue to see increases in CHZ going forward. So let's talk a little bit about what these partnerships mean, as well as that listing on that #1 Korean, I believe it was the Korean platform exchange, really one of those exchanges that will make it a lot easier for a lot of people in Korea to invest into Chiliz. So obviously a very big idea of just being easy, accessible to more people is going to continue to make Chiliz more valuable. So that 7% increase in the last week is going to continue to rise. I believe we will, maybe have a small dip right around 48, 49 cents, maybe even 52 cents. But I do think we will continue to rise for the most part through 2021. So let's jump straight into those price predictions without waiting any longer. I do want to say, guys, we always try to keep price predictions a little bit on the conservative side, realistic, kind of reasonable, and I try to be as honest as possible without falling into the hype. So that is what I'm going to do specifically today. Going into the first month, that is going to be the end of May. Where do we think Chiliz will rise or drop to? And I think it will be a rise. I think it's still alt season for the most part. I think the bull run's not near over, and because of that, I do think Chiliz will make its way to about 60 to 65 cents. 65 cents being close to that all-time high. I do want to say, guys, it will go past that 65 cents. We saw it at 89 cents in March 12th. And then we also saw it here at 77 cents April 16th. So a lot of you guys are looking for some high price points in May. Unfortunately, I don't think it'll get all the way to our, much farther than that all-time high previous into March 12th. I think we'll see about a 90-cent Chiliz by the end of May. Do remember that's about a 2x from about where we're at. So that is a good look of Chiliz. I think with the amount of money they're looking to spend into new partnerships, a lot of hype will be built up, and I think we will reach right around, like I said, I would say 80 cents to $1 is a possibility and a price target for Chiliz for the end of May. Going into the end of June, I think we will continue on an increase, still a gradual increase at that. I think, a lot of these partnerships, will have ups and downs based on, I guess, information really can create that up and down angle without really having much else to base it off of. So for the most part, Chiliz is going to make its closer push to about $1.50. If we can get to $1.50 by the end of June, that would be huge for Chiliz, almost a 3x. I think it's more realistic to see about $1.25. So I'm going to say $1.25, close to $1.25, $1.50 range. That's going to be my price prediction for the end of June. Going into the end of 2021, there's a lot of potential for Chiliz. Like I said, still with all these partnerships coming, I think 2021 is going to give it a lot of time for people to really marinate and jump into Chiliz, because a lot of people are actually going to start asking Chiliz to be a part of their, say, because it's a lot of revenue they're missing out on and a lot of revenue that people want to jump into. So I think because of that, sports teams are going to start realizing the revenue that they're missing out on, and we're going to see a lot more partnerships coming in the end of 2021, seeing Chiliz make its way to about a $3 to $4 price point. I think $3 is a realistic shot. I think $3 is what we're going to, really put our price target for. $3 if we can get there. We will be having a lot of happy campers, as we will be about at that 6x mark, a little over a 5x, about a 6x. So I think that's definitely a possibility. Definitely we can see something we can see in the near future. So by the end of 2021, hopefully we are still holding, we are still doing well, and we continue to see those increases. Obviously, this can change very, very quickly, so we will continue to update Chiliz. So if you guys want new updates on Chiliz or CHZ, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video before you, have a good night. So thank you guys so much. I'll see you later. Have a good one.